We are the final reporters, and now we are going to report the aquatic biomes and fossil fuels and renewable energy. So before we are going to proceed in our reportings, allow us to introduce ourselves first. My name is Divine Grace Piñalaga.
I'm Judy Grace Maikuba.
And my name is Shirley Nenka.
So our first topic is all about aquatic biomes. So when we say aquatic biomes, is a body of water where there are group of organisms that live. So ang aquatic biomes is pinakadako sa tanan biomes, and then ang tubig is nasa 75% sa kadako sa palibot sa Earth. So there are two types of aquatic biomes, which is the freshwater and marine biomes. So first is freshwater. So freshwater defined as having a low salt concentration less than 1%. And then two distinct categories of freshwater, which is the lotic system and lentic system. So the lentic system is a running water. So which means ang tubig ani is kusog mo flow. And then ang lentic is calm water, which means is ang tubig niya is hilay lang and then hilom. So naay three freshwater zone. So si ponds and lakes and streams and rivers and wetlands. So mga ay ponds and lakes. Si ponds are seasonal, meaning they are created in the rainy season. And then si lakes is where often survive for hundreds of years. So similar lang silang duha kanang si ponds ug si lakes. Pero si ponds mabuo ra ni sa pamagi sa ulan. And so pero lang possible nga pag mag-init is magubas. And then unlike ang lakes is dako. So makasurvive siya pila ka 100 years, and then ang source niya sa tubig is nasa mabaw sa bukid, and then ang tubig is namuba. So ang tawag ng pansalit is lentic system, kaya ang tubig man is hinay ang flow. And then ay three zones of ponds and lakes, which is the littoral, limitic, and coastal. So, si littoral is na siya sa pinakakilid sa tubig. So, nadiya ang kaning mga plants o mga insekto. And then si limitic is na siya sa tunga sa tubig. So, possible nga maadap sa sunlight. And then ang tubig ani is may init. And then si profundan is na siya sa pinakalalong. Pero maadap din na siya sa sunlight, pero dili kaayo. So, possible nga ang tubig ani is bugnaw. Bugnaw siya sa lalong. So next is streams and rivers. So bodies of flowing water moving in one direction. So ang tubig sa streams and rivers is one direction ang iyang pag-agos. Dili pa sa kaning ponds and lakes is constant lang iyang pag-agos. They are the largest and the longest river in the whole world, which is the largest is Nile River. So makita niyo siya sa Egypt, and then the longest river in the whole world, which is the Amazon River. So, makita niyo siya sa South America. And then, ang nag-create na is mga wildlife or mga matas na mga mananap or mga hayop. Then, ang kaning system sa river, sinatawag niya siya of lotic system. Kaya, ang flow sa tubig is kusog. Next is wetlands. Areas of standing that support aquatic plants. So when we say wetlands is mano siya ang kanang tubig nga yuta or tubig ko sa yuta. And then for example, yung kanang basakan, mano ginatawag og wetlands. Pero nayo say nga pag magting-init or through season or tingil-inilyo is mahubas ang tubig. Pero kung wet season o La Nina, wala siya ang tigulan. So, kaning wetlands is nabilong lagi sa La Nina. So, next is marine biomes. So, next reporter.
So our next topic is all about the marine biomes. So before I am going to proceed on my topic, I want to add some information regarding with our title, which is the aquatic biomes. So So aquatic biomes is generally classified based on the amount of salt in the water. So there are two types, which is the freshwater and the marine biome. So these two differ only in the amount of salt in the water. So marine biomes cover about 3/4 or 72% of the Earth's surface and include oceans, coral reefs, and estuaries. So when we say marine biomes, no, kanang more focusing siya sa ocean and what is inside the ocean, which is the coral reefs, and also the estuaries, the mixing of salt water and the fresh water. So algae supply much of the world's oxygen supply and take in a huge amount of atmospheric carbon dioxide. So we are all familiar with algae naman na. So ang algae is kanang microscopic plants that produces oxygen in order for the other organisms in the water to live. And also, it absorbs the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And this algae plays a vital role in our aquatic ecosystem because it serves as the primary producer for our living organisms like mga fishes. Kay, di ba si algae is ginakaon mo na siya sa shrimp and then si shrimp kaon na po sa lain nga fishes and so on. And then the energy flows in the aquatic ecosystem. So there are 3 types of marine biomes, which is the ocean, coral reefs, and estuaries. So ocean is the largest of all the ecosystem. So as you can see on our globe, no, kasagaran na ito makita is the blue color, which represents the ocean. So ingana gid kadako ang ocean, which is covered 72% of our Earth's surface. So we have 4 main zones of ocean: the intertidal zone, the pelagic zone, the benthic zone, and the abyssal zone. So intertidal zone is the ocean connects to the land. So when we say intertidal zone, it is exposed by the air and the sunlight. So expected that the organisms living there is kanang maka-survive siya with it, kay kanang maka-survive siya even if high temperature. Kay diri ang zone is maka-experience ba ni diri og low tide o high tide. So next we have pelagic zone. Out in the open ocean, which hosts many species of fish and marine mammals. So pelagic zone is mao na siya tong kataganing open ocean pa kanang makita nato sa kuan kay kani mong intertidal zone is naa siya sa pinakakilid nga part sa ocean kanang wherein accessible siya sa human and kanang nagay siya doon sa mga bato-bato. Ang pelagic zone dito na ni siya sa kanang open ocean nga wala na gid kay makita nga mga bato-bato. Layo na siya sa shore. And then kaning benthic zone, deep layer of the pelagic zone. So mas lalong-lalong nga part sa pelagic zone sa benthic zone. And kaning benthic zone is kaning wala ni siya gamay na lang nga lights ang iyang ma-absorb tungod kay mas grabe man nga light ang makuha ni pelagic zone. Ubus naman siya kang pelagic zone, so mas gamay na lang nga light. Kaya dapat ang organisms dito nga nakapuyo is kanang kaya mabuhi sa kanang colder kanang environment kay wala naman kayo sun. So next we have the abyssal zone, deepest of the deep. Many creatures are not able to survive in that condition. So diri sa abyssal zone, dito na ni sa pinakalalong nga part sa ocean wherein wala na ma-absorb na sunlight. So possible ang mga organisms diri ang mabuhi is katong na siya bioluminescence, which is katong na siya kaugalingon nga lights gani nga isda ingana siya kay para makita pud niya kung asa siya padulong ug makasurvive pud siya even sa kanang wala na gani sunlight o kanang gamay na lang oxygen ang iyang ma-absorb. So our next type of marine biomes is the coral reefs. So these are the coral reefs. Are underwater structures made from calcium carbonate secreted by corals. So when we say coral reefs is, di ba mauna siya ang kanang possible po na mga mahimong habitat or home sa mga fishes in order for the other predators nga kanang dili sila mahilabtan or dili sila makaon. And dili ako sa coral reefs, dira ako na sila gapadaghan, reproduce. And then kanin si coral reefs is kato na siyang murag bato galing pero dili ay bato na siya, tapos na siya kuan animal sa sulod sa kanang reefs, which is katong coral polyps nga mao na siya ang kanang ga-produce of carbon dioxide para ma-form ng calcium carbonate. So types of coral reefs, we have raging reefs, barrier reefs, and atoll reefs. So, mao ni siya no ang ato ang first coral reefs, the fringing reefs. So, kaning fringing reefs is kanang na-form siya, kanang doon gani siya sa shore, seashore. Mao na dira siya ma-form ang fringing reefs. While this barrier reefs, mao ni siya ang kaning nadiri nga from the word barrier. So, nihadlang gani siya, naka-form siya og duha na ka lagoon. So, next we have atoll reefs. So this one is the atoll reefs. Kanang mura na siya og ganang circle ba, nagbuo na po siya og ganang another island na pod, kanang nagpaligid siya. Mao na siya ang atoll reefs. Yan na yung formation. Okay, next we have the estuaries. Estuaries is the enclosed body of water formed by fresh water from rivers and streams flow into the ocean, mixing with salty sea water. Estuaries and the lands surrounding them are places of transition from land to sea and from fresh to salt water. So, mao ni siya ang estuaries, no? Ang pagkanang mabuo gani yung estuaries kay kanang sa grabe gani nga flow sa river, mao na mo uban kani nga water no is kanang mag-mix ang salty water from the ocean and the fresh water from katong mga river lakes ay sa rivers ra day sa rivers lang siya o sa ocean nagsagol. And then diri ako sa estuaries is kanang diri gani is maadapt sa laing organism ang new environment. Kaya di ba naatay organisms nga mabuhi ra gyud siya sa kanang average salt concentration o dapoy sa low salt concentration nga kanang organisms. So diri sa estuaries, diri sila kanang murag magsagol gani adapt nila ang new environment. Tapos diri ako is kanang grabe pud nga kanang kuan gani ang tao diri kay daghan kay sila makuha diri ang kanang mga organisms nga pwede nila paunon sa mga tao. Accessible na siya sa iyong mga stories.
So continue. Let's discuss the importance of aquatic biomes. So probably the most important of all biomes is aquatic biomes. Why? Because water is our major natural resource. So we use water as our basis of life and also for crop irrigation and farmers used to it. So the freshwater biomes supply us with our drinking water for crop irrigation, as what I've said a while ago. So the world's ocean have an even greater effect on global climate than forests do. Why? Why is it that water has a great effect on global climate? Because water has a high capacity for heat, and because Earth is mostly covered with water, the temperature of atmosphere is kept fairly constant and can able to support life. So aquatic biomes has several billions of photosynthetic planktons that support such a large population. So in addition to this, our climate buffering capacity, the oceans contain of billions of photosynthetic plankton. So those photosynthetic plankton that account for most of our photosynthesis occurring on Earth. So without those photosynthetic plankton, there might not be enough oxygen to support such a large world population and complex animal life. So because humans depend on natural resources like aquatic biomes, we should also know what are the impacts of human activities in our water. So first, the impact of nutrient and organic pollution. So these are the source of what inorganic pollution, the surface runoff from fields, sewage treatment plants, cooling water, and electricity. So these are the inorganic pollution. So it causes the eutrophication. So eutrophication means the excess of nutrient or nitrogen and phosphorus, and it stimulates algal growth. So when we say algal growth or algae, kung magdaghan ang algae sa sa aqua life, ma-stress ang mga living creatures kaya dili na nila masunod o consume, which katong mga dead organic materials sa mga algae is muato sa water, ma-dead or ma-dead naman. So, accumulate sa water, then mahimong siyang poison sa mga living creatures, which can lead to dying of living creatures. So, next is the impact of organic pollution. So, it differs from the first one, inorganic and organic. So, organic came from the domestic sewage, industrial effluent, farm waters. So, muna ang mga organic, domestic sewage like mga ikan sa itong sinks, CR, sa mga basta ka ng mga hugaw sa mga wastewater na ginagamit sa mga tao. Ang industrial effluent ka ng mga giprocess sa isa ka industrial, then ipadulong sa water. Ang farm waters, like yung mga normal lang na mga pag-cultivate sa mga farmers ng mga water. Mga organic pollution. So, it can cause excess of organic manure and sewage in water. So, makos na siya o kanang manobra nga mga manure and will also cause the depletion of oxygen. When we say depletion of oxygen, there will be a low of oxygen. Kay kung excess na ang organic manure, say depletion of oxygen, there will be a low of oxygen na. So, imbalance na po ang ecosystem na. Let's have the impact of oil pollution. So, one of the impact of water pollution is water pollution. So, source, oil spills, normal operational tankers, coastal refineries, river runoff, urban runoff, and sewage. These are the source of oil pollution. So, what would be the effect? Mostly affected aquatic animals are fish and aquatic birds. So, katong kanina mga operations sa oil, kung ato na siya sa tubig, ang affected ani is ang mga fish and aquatic birds. Kay, siyempre, kung ila itong makaon, itong mga oil, makahimo itong abnormality sa ilang pag-grow. Another, impact of thermal pollution. So, there are three major causes of thermal pollution. The use of water as a cooling agent, soil erosion, runoff from hot paved surface. So, these are the source of thermal pollution. So, kanang ginagamit nila ang water, ginagamit nila ang cooling agent is makakos na siya. Kung ibalik na ang kanang mga wastewater from the process, pagbalik sa kanyang tubig, ang katong mga living creatures is dili sila ready to receive atong temperature, which is it can lead to die. Mamatay ang mga living organisms na nasa akuan. Tungod o himong cooling agent ang water. Soil erosion, makakos ka ng thermal pollution o soil erosion ka ng ang nucleus makuan na listed na siya tulukan og mga plants. Runoff from hot paved surface. Ang usahay, ang runoff sa kaning thermal pollution, kakos na siya ang mahimong asphalt ang atong maugang nga ruta. So, thermal pollution can lead to a decrease in dissolved oxygen level in the water while increasing the biological demand of aquatic organisms for oxygen. So, mabaylo na po. Another, the impact of radioactive pollution. Sources of radioactive pollution are nuclear power plants, medical waste, mining of radioactive ore. So these are the radioactive pollution. So kanang gikan sa nuclear plants, mga gikan sa hospital, medical waste at mining of kanang pag-mine sa mga radioactive ore. So ang result ani, radioactive pollution can be very dangerous thing because radiation mag-mutate na siya DNA that can cause cancer. So another, we have impact of human activity by fishing. So there's a lot of destructive fishing practices like poison fishing and explosion fishing. You're familiar with that already, guys. So we should focus on the effects of destroying fishing practices. So what are the effects of destroying the aquatic water? So destroyed habitat, first one, destroy habitat, loss of job and income, inhibits the growth of new corals, loss of lives and reduces fish stocks and loss of coastal protection and tourism. So these are the effects of destroying. So human impact on coral reefs. So coral mining, pollution, overfishing, blast fishing, and digging of canals are serious threats to this ecosystem. So, according to study, 10% daw sa world's coral reef are already dead. Yan, and 60% of the world's coral reef are at risk. So, we should, dapat yung mga ibukuan kung saan yung mga risk sa atong mga aquatic life kay tani, affected tani sa human. So, another, impact of overfishing. So, kung natay illegal fishing, natay overfishing. So, what do you mean by overfishing is occur with fish and other marine species are caught at a faster rate than they can reproduce. Kanang mas daghan, mas dali sila kuwaon kaysa, di ba, mas dugay hindi mo dalit-dalit adlaw, mag-cruise na sila narco, di ba? It takes time pa na sila para magkadaghan. So, kung daghan na mga isda ay matawag na siya overfishing. And it has destroyed many of the traditional fishing industries of the world. Overfishing occur and impact not only the natural balance and health of our ocean, but has also resulted in great financial loss. Permanently na sige na overfishing is maka-loss sa atong industrial income. Tungod kay, di wala na yung ma-recycle ng mga fish kung sige nakuha lang sa permanently. So, to protect our aquatic life, we have EPA or Environmental Protection Agency. So, it was created in about 1970. So, these are the cover laws of our agency, Environmental Protection Agency. The legislation helps to protect the environment and endangered species. So, next, the Clean Air Act and Clean Water Act. So, we are inclined here in Clean Water Act. So, Endangered Species Act. So, also, as a human, there are several ways that people can protect the environment. To control population growth, develop sustainable technology and practices, protect and maintain the ecosystem. So, whether we like it or not, we as a human, as an individual person, we are accountable for our global warming, habitat destruction, and any other means that usahay wala na ito nabuan na we are also contributing para masira na ito ang atong human natural resources. So which is, kanina mga reason is kanang generalize na nila, but also sa atong kawalingon, ang i-apply na to protect and not to destroy our human resources kaya di na naka-rely.
Okay, next topic, we have abiotic and biotic factor. So biotic factor is the interactions between organisms like disease, predation, parasitism, and competition among species. In addition, living organisms themselves are biotic factor. three main categories. We have producer, consumer, and decomposer. So when we say biotic factor, it is the living organisms that affect the non-living organisms. So this one is producer has the ability to produce their own food. Consumer has no ability to produce their own food. Ginakaon niya si producer or kaning mga plants. And then three is the decomposers. Kato na silang gakaon na sa mga dead plants and animals. So next, we have a biotic factor. Are non-living components of the ecosystem, including its chemical and physical factors. In addition, they have profound impacts on the variety and abundance of life in an ecosystem, whether on land or in water. Without abiotic factors, living organisms wouldn't be able to eat, grow, and reproduce. So, these are the abiotic factors: the sunlight, the oxygen, temperature, wind, water, ocean current, and nutrients. So when we say abiotic factor, it is the non-living that affect the living organisms. So without this significant abiotic factor, the living organisms cannot live and reproduce.
So, renewable energy. So, renewable is derived from the natural resources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. Solar and wind are such resources that are constantly being replenished. So, here in the Philippines, we are a tropical archipelago, and it has a high capacity to dominate or to have or to access those renewable energies: the solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, hydropower, and bioenergy. First, what is solar energy? Most abundant of all energy resources and can even be harnessed in cloudy weather. So here's the picture on how to extract solar energy. So from some solar panels, then maka-generate the electric energy. So next one is the wind energy. So wind energy harness the kinetic energy of moving air by using large wind turbines located on land. So by moving air, maka-extract or maka-generate the energy by using big turbines na gamiton to from mechanical energy to electrical energy to our houses. So here's the picture of our or example of our wind energy. So wind energy or power plants here in the Philippines located in Ilocos Norte, Rizal, Guimaras, and Aklan. So another renewable energy is geothermal energy. So geothermal energy utilizes accessible thermal energy from Earth's interior. Heat is extracted from geothermal reservoir using wells or other means. So there are two types of how to extract geothermal energy: the steam flash and binary process. So steam flash, it has 182 degrees Celsius na gina-extract from magbangag ang kaning mga magbangag, tapos ang atong pinaka ilalog na yung nga water nga not more than 182 degrees Celsius mo i-process from mechanical energy to electrical energy para ma-extract ng tag-energy. Ang katong isa is katong binary process, katong lower than 182 degrees nga water temperature ang gina-extract gikan sa Earth's interior para i-process to make energy. Another energy, renewable energy, is hydropower. So currently is the largest source of renewable energy in the electricity sector. So there are two types of how to extract hydropower: the man-made and the natural resources. So here's the picture of example of man-made dams. So muna siya ang example sa man-made dam naghimo sa tao para kaning mag-agas nga mga tubig. Pag sa ubos, na yung mga turbines dili nga mag-process from thermal energy gihapon to electrical energy, then makakonsume na nila tayo electricity. Another renewable energy is bioenergy. So, bioenergy is produced from a variety of organic materials called biomass such as wood, charcoal, dung, and other manures for heat and power production, and agricultural crops from liquid fuels. So, kaning bioenergy is most likely pare-pareho sa fossil fuel pero kuan lang ni siya, organic lang siya ang mga panggamit. Like, example na siya ang mga bagasse, rice husk, and coconut husk nga gi-used instead of fossil fuels.
So, fossil fuel are non-renewable resources that take hundreds of millions of years to form. So, fossil fuels, when born to produce energy, cause harm, greenhouse gas emissions such as carbon dioxide. So, si fossil fuel generate electricity, heat our homes, and fuel our vehicles. So, where are fossil fuel are found? So, fossil fuel are the result of millions of years of heat and pressure to transporting organic matter such as plants, bacteria, and animals tissue into coal and oil and gas. So, si fossil fuel are non-renewable. Ang fossil fuel ay ginagamit siya pag-produce sa energy. And then ginagamit na ito sa balay to burn para maka-produce of heat. And then, in large power station, they are used to produce electricity, and they are used to para maka-power sa engines. Then, ang fossil fuels are made from decomposition of plants and animals. So, dili na ito makita ang fossil fuels sa plants o animals sa pila ka million of years. So, like 3 types sa fossil fuels, which is the petroleum, coal, and natural gas. So, si petroleum o si natural gas is nagikan na siya sa mga plants o animals nga napuya sa dagat. And then, pag mamatay ni plants o animals, is mga hulong isa sa lalim sa dagat, and then antod na matabo na siya sa sand o mud, and then magpunda og layer sa ilalim sa dagat. Antod niya mga dulot ning mga plants o animals, kung hantod na mahutdan sila oxygen, is mo din tumabo siya into natural gas and petroleum. Next is coal. So, ang coal kaya nagikan siya sa ferns ug sa plants. So, plants nga nabuya sa ilalom sa swamps. So, ang galing coal, ang galing ferns ug galing plants, pag mamatay na sila, ang resulta ni is mga dunot. And then, pag sa ilalom is magbuli na sila o galing layers. And then, pag magbuli sila, hantod magpaday ang pagkadulot sa first of course nga hantod nga din ma-hotel sila oxygen din ma-form siya into coal. So that's all.